Back on the offense is Dexter Foreman as he hands off to Richard Rhodes. Rhodes past the 50, inside the 40. Can he beat him on the sidelines? I think so. Touchdown, Manville. 91 yards to pay dirt, and they lead this contest 31.
Manville's going to run on them all night.
Caldwell's going to go 4 wide. He wants to go in the end zone. Does he have a receiver? Oh, yes, he does. Corey Seymour, 6 points for the Mavs. We come to you live from Joe Kelly Butler Stadium here on Houston's southwest side. Tonight's second round playoff action features the Manville Mavericks and the Booker T. Washington Golden Eagles. Hello, high school football fans. Alongside Nate Griffin, I'm Nick Strong. Nate, the name of the game is win or go home, and Manville did just that last week, defeating Rosenberg Terry 24-17. They're on a 5-game winning streak, not to mention they're doing so with a duo of quarterbacks in the backfield.
Dexter Foreman, Trey Caldwell, these guys are big, 6'2", 6'3". They both have thrown for over 900 yards this season. They are a really good pair of quarterbacks.
Booker T defeated Sharpstown last week 20-6. Coach Emil Fair is in his first year, and he plans to get the job done in the air with 2 senior wide receivers.
Yeah, Nick Burns out.
Dexter Foreman will take it himself straight through the middle and grabbing a first down. The first down of the contest, the Manville Mavericks move those chains.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about Dexter Foreman, you're going to see these quarterbacks switch on every play. Eventually, Trey Caldwell is going to come in the game, but he's a big quarterback, a big physical quarterback at 6'2", 215, and he's going to run the football as well as throw the football.
Dexter Foreman goes bubble screen, far side.
11 touchdowns on the season for Dexter Foreman. 66 of 110 for 10-17 on the season, 1,017 yards. Got offers from Colorado, Baylor, and Tulsa. He's got his pick. He can either play in the Big 12 or Conference USA.
Foreman, back to pass. Has a receiver over the middle. James Seymour grabbing a couple of yards.
Well, James Seymour, also a big receiver, 6'2", 185. He's a senior. Came into the game with 17 catches on the season. You're talking about a kid who really can get out there and catch the football.
They're going to remain in the gun. Dexter Foreman wants to go. And he has a receiver at the 30-yard line. Has 10 more yards to go, but he only gets to the 5.
And that's why Adrian Gonzalez is so dangerous, because he's so fast. Looks like he might have hurt his ankle just a little bit there, depending on how he was brought down after the catch. But you're talking about a guy who can really get it done. He's really, really speedy. And the secondary has a hard time trying to catch him. That's good improvisation by the quarterback. And all of a sudden, it's just Adrian Gonzalez taking off down the field.
A 35-yard catch for Adrian Gonzalez. And the Mavericks trying to get inside the end zone, and they're stopped short at about the 2-yard line.
Well, that time it was Travion Alexander. Now, you talk about a load at 6 feet 210, 50 carries on the season coming into this game, 322 yards, 7 touchdowns. This is a kid who can really get it done as well. And I say get it done. We're talking about a bunch of guys who can get it done. Get it done is going to be said all night long.
The Mavericks looking for their 6th win in a row. Here comes the handoff, stopped short again, just short of the end zone. The Washington Golden Eagles trying to hold serve here.
Well, true to form, you can see that Manville is going to go every series with their quarterback. So far, it's been Dexter Foreman. They don't switch off after every play. They switch off after every series, every possession. We'll see how that turns out tonight.
Dexter Foreman will line him up 4 wide. Travion Alexander in the backfield. Foreman wants to go far side. Had a receiver. Ashton Bennett couldn't reel it in. Tried to jump on the scoreboard early there.
Yes, they did. And tell you what, one thing about Washington, they are a pretty disciplined defense, but tonight they're having their problems. Number 4 in the district, 203.3 yards per game is typically what they allow. But on the ground, 194 yards, and that's where Manville can really put a dent in that defense.
4th and goal here, Nate. It's decision time. And Coach Martin is not going to leave any points out there on the board.
And I don't think he should. This is a playoff game where you have to have every point. Every point will count here. Whether or not we'll be able to see this field goal go through, we will know in just a second.
Josh Martinez will come out to a attempt 3 points for the Manville Mavs. Kick is up, and it is good. The Mavericks jump out early on here, 3-0.
And they've got the early lead so far. That's what you got to have playing this playoff game.
High school playoff football on Comcast Sports Southwest. We're talking about the Manville Mavericks, Nate. We saw Dexter Foreman last series. It's time for Trey Caldwell.
Yeah, Trey Caldwell, he's so big, 6'3", 195. You can see over his offensive line now. He's been offered by Baylor. He's also got a couple of other scholarship offers out there, quite possibly from Iowa State and K-State, but he's number 8 in the district, 67 of 130 for 925 yards. This is the guy who can really get it done rushing on the ground as well. 64 carries, 373 yards.
Not to mention 14 touchdowns on a year. Here comes the handoff. Right up the gut. Richard Rhodes grabbing another first down for the Manville Mavericks, and they're already inside the red zone.
Yeah, they lined up in that split back set, and that was a handoff straight up the gut, a dive play, and they got big yards for Manville.
A 28-yard run for Richard Rhodes. 4 touchdowns on the year for him. Caldwell out the gun. Looks like Alexander is going to grab a couple more yards for the man.
Yeah, that was actually a very good defensive play by Washington as they stayed gap sound and was able to make that play on Travion Alexander. Again, he's a loaded 6 feet 210, a senior. You know, Washington's going to have to put up some type of stop here against this team. Otherwise, Manville's going to run on them all night.
Caldwell's going to go 4 wide. He wants to go in the end zone. Does he have a receiver? Oh, yes, he does. Corey Seymour, 6 points for the Mavs. 6 Washington turnovers, 34 Manville points tonight. Wow. 2 defensive touchdowns for the Manville Mavs, a fumble recovery, and an interception touchdown.
Wow, I'll tell you what, Manville has a lot to be proud of. They come away with the win, 58-0.
Well, for Nate Griffin, Lori Lawler, I'm Nick Strong saying thanks for joining us as the Manville Mavs defeat the Booker T. Washington Golden Eagles 58-0. Stay tuned for Longhorn Sports Center Weekly on CSS.